Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Path of Exile. We are playing in the Flashback Bestiary League as a solo self-found hardcore Necromancer. Last episode we completed the Cruel Lab, so we're a little bit more powerful than before. Got Tormented Spirits here, Bloodlines, and we have Kadibro. And this abyss is actually a naturally occurring abyss rather than one that comes from Abyss League. So the loot from the excursion into the lab was actually helpful. Managed to increase my life a little bit.
An orb of immense power.
And managed to acquire quite some extra resistances. I was capped, so it's not gonna help for now. But with resistances over 100, I'm relatively Act 10 proof. Because, well, after taking out Kitava, you'd want to have enough resist to go into maps. Upside in the short term is if I manage to get myself cursed or something, then, well, it's not gonna matter too much since I have my resist overcap, so any curse that lowers my resistances, it's just gonna lower it, but I should still have enough to survive it. Okay, Harbingers, Perendus and an Abyss, all in the same place. Yeah, that's asking for trouble. Okay, well, Abyss is gone. Salona, the Vault Sentry, you are the one that needs to die to make the Golden Horde disappear. And luckily a Harbinger is basically just Perendus, but you always just gotta kill until it stops. It's never the tricky one with the uniques that need to be specifically murderized. Gonna go into the Vaal area after dealing with the Red Beastie. And before encountering the Red Beastie, it would be lovely if we could clear out a little bit of the area here. Ooh. Boas, wonderful. Brutal skull, skull, yes. Okay, let's throw the nets and hope it was in time. No, don't think so. Oh, actually I killed it. I think I was too busy trying to flask up against the charge of incoming Aurora Spectres to effectively throw the trap. Let's see. Enemies deal extra fire damage. I think that is something I could deal with. So, plan for this episode is to go after Gruthkul. Oh, hence the increase in life. Oh, yeah, upgraded items. It's always nice to show them. So, a new ring, 35 Dex means I could actually drop it in because I was Dex locked. I needed to have the exact amount of Dex or better. This one also got me some extra life, and the resists on the old ring were rubbish, so this one improved on all tiers. Helmets, I had a +1 to minions, one with 20 strength on it. Then I realized, wait, this is just a magic and I don't have any regals to turn it into a rare, so it was actually kind of rubbish. So out it went. And in this one went 50 life. There was no life on here before, so now there is. So that is helpful. And a bit of extra mana. Never have enough mana. A bit of life regen. And a bit of fire resists. And that is what pushed me to be very much overcapped on fire resistance right now. So it's a little bit of future proving. Should be alright. No, the helm is not ideal, but it is an improvement over what I had. And no, just be happy with the small upgrades. Okay, let's throw a trap here, and then you will be taken. Oh yeah, they did extra damage as fire, but doesn't really matter too much, I suspect. Snakes is not on a plane. Kutak, the Val Fleshsmith. Let's just flask up here, just in case. And then there we are. Sacrifice at dusk. So there's a couple of objectives in this area. Now going after... You know what? Actually, I just empty my pockets. So going after in Gruthkul is of course one of them. There's also the side quest of putting the necklace of Gruthkul to rest. But that's not all that interesting. But I always keep forgetting which of the quests are helpful and which are not, because it's never really associated with how difficult it is. It seems like they just had the quests on like a dartboard and just threw arrows at a couple of them in order to give them skill points as bonuses. Now the gods are consistent, but outside of that, some of the side quests give you skill points, and some of the quests that seem to be potentially more difficult, they don't give you anything useful. Oh yes, I always forget until I am here. Fireflies. Oh, new area means harbours, breaches, and Kadibro. And it is time for fireflies. But before the fireflies, there is a den of despair here. So we're gonna have a merry old time with Lady and Gruthkul. Hobby and Perendus together. That is a potent combination of opposition. So was I in time? I think I might have been on time for the trap. No, I was too slow. Close enough to leveling. You know what? Let's be smart about this. I'm currently busy leveling up a life wheel. Gruthkul is a miserable monster that really takes a lot out of you. So I would actually benefit from even just a small increase to my life. So let's round up all the fireflies and just kill a lot of enemies in the process. And then we return here in order to take out the bear goddess. I think that is the wisest course of action. Okay, admittedly I do have a decent chunk of physical damage mitigation in the build. I have a lot of minions to distract her. But still, if I were to die here, knowing I could have done it differently, I think I would be rather annoyed. So let's do everything to prevent getting annoyed. Oh, a breach. That looks like it's going to be very helpful. Okay, it's mostly a dead end here. So that's nice, we can just ride the breach out. Oh no, wait, actually, it just connects forward. Hey, you are a beastie, and you have been captured. You are the dread primates.
You are captured, stupid beast.
Okay, this is a dead end. Well, dead end for the drop bears. Also, I think I've gone far enough to just make sure there's no gnarly surprises and we can do the breach in peace. So let's scatter some corpses about, put down a totem, precast some ravens and then trigger this. Okay. This looks rather grim. On the toll. Physical. Nice. Why nice? Well, I have plenty of physical damage mitigation on board, so I think this should be something I can deal with. Also, no gnarly status conditions such as getting slowed or frozen or shocked or whatever. It's all just nice and clean. Now, there's some bleeding, but well, bleeding can be removed. And it very much looks like the enemy really could not do anything against my wave of minions. Okay. So that was that. got closer to gaining a level. And there we go. More fireflies. Oh, blue. Blue is not good. So you are a monkey that needs to be captured. Not a green monkey, but just a regular rare. Hey, you... Oh, regular Ursa bear. Yes. I guess with Ursa bear, that's a little bit redundant, since Ursa was bear in Latin, if I remember correctly. Hello there, Dreadstone. Here. You know what? I'll just armor up a little bit. And you go down. One more little blob of XP remains, then we do hit the next level. Chain Hauberg, level 51. That's actually the best it's gonna get right now. That could potentially be helpful, and I could potentially craft something out of that. I do have the prophecy to turn any item into a 5-link with a single jeweler socket. I actually did seal it just to not accidentally mess it up. Apparently I picked up some random silver coins somewhere, so I figured no, let's just safeguard that one. Since now I did have to reroll the sockets on the Great Helm, and I didn't want to accidentally trigger the 5-link on an item that can only go up to 4 links. Because I'm not quite sure how clever or careful the devs were with that, or how devious they were. That's maybe a better way of putting it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Then there is the one, and oh, I gained a level. That is the important bit here. So 2260 alive. Oh, that's a lot of enemies. Also, there. Horrendous horde, and nothing truly special about that. Wow, that's a decent chunk of coins. 28 of them. It's a profitable run so far. We need to be up there. Got all the fireflies, so that is good. Now the moment that I've been dreading a little bit. Facing down the Bear Queen. So let's do this. Corpse, 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 totem. Let's see, just stay at a distance. She is gonna mess me up unless I... How far along is she? She's there. Good. Phew. It went alright, but... Blah.
Thus I release you from motherhood's reign.
Blah. This fight always manages to scare me. Increased physical damage reduction for each hit you've taken. Still, I do like the standing still for a higher payoff, better than needing to take damage in order to get some mitigation for 5 seconds. Since, well, in all fairness, it's usually the big scary monsters that just hit you that are the problem. Not really the ones that tickle you a lot. Well, sometimes it is, sometimes not. It's actually, it goes both ways. But standing still is something that you yourself have control over, so that feels a little better to me. Chain Hauberg, this one is now, as I said, potential crafting material. Let's actually get rid of some of the junk we picked up here. Bunch of partial currency, and no, as I said, oh, the Jeweler's Touch Prophecy, safe and sound. Roost's necklace is something I'll end up handing in shortly. put that one aside, and then we go back to the northern forests and continue on our merry way. It is somewhere here. It's also a new instance, so let's double check. We get Tormented Spirits, we get Bloodlines, and we get Kudibro. It's the same set of mods as before, but still within the same hour as when I started recording this. Because the mods only reset once per hour. Also lots of level up things. That's always good. More stats. More life, more damage, more of all the stuff you would care about with your character. So the Ghost Altar, it's somewhere off, slightly off the main path, but it's never really consistent of where it is. Sometimes it's all the way towards the end, sometimes the branching point is a little bit earlier on. So you unfortunately just gotta go through and then hope you run into it, like I just did. I see a ghost chasing after a bear. Well, drop bear. Still a bear, right? Tiny bear.
You are captured.
Mini bear.
Stupid beast.
As Merry Shrine activated, and we get some things rising from the floor. Which should not be too much of an issue. Already nicely warmed up, got a decent amount of phantasms running about. And ooh, corrupted, infested Ursa. I don't actually have one of those yet. Also, I seem to have lost sight, and I was too late in throwing my trap, as is typical. Upsides, did manage to deal with the Goose Quest. And there is a yellow beastie here. Also, there's a ghost here, so that combines rather well. And haha, I've trapped you.
You are well prepared for the end. This is a fine capture.
Cool. So there's that. Then onwards to the causeway. But first, some phantasms. So them throwing lightning bolts, really not a great combo. So, are we getting something? A couple coins. No, amount of coins you get from those chests slowly ramps up over time. Or as you progress through the game, so higher level areas definitely reward you better. What are we getting here? Spirits, breaches and Calibro. Something old and something new. It feels like there's always one mod from an area that carries over to another one, so they're a little bit overlapping, but that could just be happenstance. Let's see, slightly higher level. Yeah, well, actually just empty my pockets here. Could be happenstance. Could be that there's indeed some designs behind it. It's kind of human nature to just try to spot patterns everywhere, even if there's no actual patterns to be spotted. Strength and dex, if I'm gonna use anything, it's gonna be one of these, though I suspect it's gonna be very difficult to replace a side breath. So this one, dex is decent, not dex and strength, it's very nice. 8 to all resist, but there's 2 other mods on there that are pretty trashy for this build. I don't care about damage. Well, not damage on myself at least. And then we can pick this one up, because I think it's going to be a level higher than the previous area. Yep, so better potential for mods. But the affixes that you get on your items, they are bound by just predefined tables. And if you hit the level requirement, then you can get the mods up to that one. Up to that level. If not, then not. But Oh, I never really memorized the important ones. Oh, hello there, Ghosty. So from that perspective, no, higher level is just a higher chance of getting something good, because if you don't know any better, then it's effectively chance based. Though of course you don't really know the odds. You can find it out, you can look it up. And now for the Spectral Shield Throw Juggernaut build I did in the regular Bestiary. That's actually where I had a whole table of all the relevant armor mods for the shield, in order to know exactly at what level you could get new armor tiers, because the shield armor directly affected damage. Here there are no real things that are that important, so I don't really care too much. Now, min-maxing your gear while going through the campaign is not something that a lot of people do, because mostly it's just not worth the time. You fly through the game fast enough. Oh, I think I hit item drops. Fly through the game fast enough that it doesn't really matter too much. Now you're gonna find upgrades soon enough, and it's once you hit maps, that's where optimizing becomes more important. 2 additional sockets, that's a helpful one. So let's put some curses or some corpses around here. Hit all the things. Also, let's hide items again, just to make it easier to deal with these Muppets. Okay, so the thing that happens whenever you roll +2 sockets, then of course no really relevant items drop. I must say the quantity of items was decent, but of course half of them were mirrored. Mirrored items, not all that helpful. Let's go this way. Here I can actually walk. And there is a waypoint ahead. Hey, reduced mana. I don't think I have one of those yet. Nope, I don't think I'm gonna use it for anything. Cool. So, waypoint here. Then, I don't intend to actually go and do the temple just yet. That's gonna be for next episode, but I got a couple minutes to spare, so I might as well just run ahead a little bit. Okay, you are big and scary and ghost possessed. That's not a good combo. Let's just let the minions deal with you, like that. But there is this thing, the Kishara Star, that is more or less next to the entrance into the actual area itself. So I might as well go and pick that one up, since silly as the quest is, I believe it might actually give me a skill point. And, well, who am I to say no to skill points? Also, bridges, yes. Oh, I forgot about those again. Nicely ported past that. Oh, hello there. Not quite beastie, though, even though you look like a snake. Hortus, Kneebreaker. Do you have more? Yep. Wow, they were angry, but their fury only lasted for mere seconds. And then the foes were vanquished. Also, I think I've gone far enough. Pockets are still empty enough. Yeah, let's do this. Let's open up the breach. So what are we getting here? More on the tool? No, Xof, so that's fire. Let's not get hit by fire myself. Okay, there's some enemies here. But yeah, a broken up place like this, it's difficult to really get a lot out of a breach. Going in here, converging, yep, gets me some kills, pushes things forward a little bit. Maybe, ooh, bubble. I like glass power bubbles. Finding them means you don't have to craft them, and they are expensive to craft. Power charge and critical, it's not that helpful, but the fact that it was a superior one means of course I can trade it in with a bunch of its friends. and get myself a good gem color prism. So more Prendas on the horizon. And oh, that's a bunch of lightning bolts. I'm less happy about those. Okay, they keep spawning, and then they stop spawning. Ah, there you are. Would be helpful actually if the apprentice chests, if the idea there was like a line or something back to it, because it doesn't always show, it's only with the response, but when it's really busy it's easy to miss. Or if it would simply show up on the minimap or something, like an unlooted, completed one, since you already dealt with the challenge. Then no, make it not too annoying to actually get it. And there we are. So then we can go over to the Val city, just put down a portal here. And then Whalem, you. There you go. 1 passive skill point for picking up an item I was already walking past. But it gets me Purity of Flesh, which is good. 2400 health. Decent amount. And then that is going to be a good point to call it an end to the episode. Next episode, it's going to be Arakali O'Clock. Deal with the Spider Queen. Though, after dealing with Gruthkul, Arakali always feels less challenging. It's the boss I dread less than Gruthkul, which, I don't know, probably says a lot more about Gruthkul than it says about Arakali. But anyway, I'm gonna thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you again next episode. Bye bye.